Tattoos are everywhere, on everyone around the globe, on every high street, train station and supermarket. It's more common to see a parlour these days than not. So why is it that, with a growing social media influenced society and a generation with a love of self-expression, does it still seem so hard for us to live with tattoos? And why are the British public so hell-bent on discriminating those who are just like us?
Designs, modern examples of an age-old custom which has literally left its mark on mankind. They're on show at one of Britain's oddest institutions, the Bristol Tattoo Club. Tastes among these walking art galleries seem to vary from heathenish dragons, snakes and daggers to religious themes. Some of the tattoos are real works of art, but there's nothing arty about the men who wear them. Since the days of primitive man, who was tattooed with a picture of his first lion killed to prove his coming of age, tattoos have remained a sign of toughness.
The word tattoo comes from the Tahitian word tatau, which means to mark. The modern way of spelling tattoo, the way that we know it today, comes from Europeans changing the word to fit their language. Tattooing has been practiced across the globe since the Neolithic times at least. The oldest discovery of tattooed human skin was found on the upper lip of a Chinchurra culture mummy from South America, where the oldest evidence for tattooing in Europe is on the body of Otzi, the Iceman, dating from the late 4th millennium BC. From the gang members on the streets of Los Angeles to the Maori tribes of New Zealand or a Japanese mafia lord, tattooing has been part of cultures all over the world for decades and used for different reasons. For the identification purposes of gang affiliation, marking important points in a lifetime as a symbolic marker, medicinal purposes, or simply for torture. When getting a tattoo, the chosen area is cleaned with alcohol and any hair on that spot is removed. The artist or tattooist injects ink into the skin with an electrically powered machine which moves up to 10 needles at once, up and down to puncture the skin at around 3,000 times per minute. The pigment is dispersed down through the epidermis and upperdermis. In some cultures and other ancient methods, tattoos would be created by cutting designs into the skin and rubbing the resulting wound with ink. Some other cultures would hand tap into the skin using sharpened sticks or animal bones before moving on to the modern needle. For as long as I can remember, I've always heard that tattoos are not professional, that they make women look promiscuous and are often referred to as the poor man's investment. For a long time, many employers didn't hire people with tattoos because of the stereotype behind them and for their unprofessional look. However accurate in some cases, times have changed. I was deeply interested in learning about how people from different backgrounds felt about tattooing and where their mindset, whether for or against, comes from. So we asked some.
I've been brought up around it because grandparents and my mum and her boyfriend and like nearly everyone I know have tattoos, and yeah, definitely when I'm old enough.
I think tattoos, you know, they're suitable for whoever likes them, whoever thinks that they should wear them, like that's cool for them.
Right now, if I be truthful with you, it's a fashion. Yeah. You know, it's like people are doing it because everybody else is doing it. Like this world is turning crazy.
Yeah, I like them. I have a couple. I would like to get more, but they're not exactly cheap.
Especially to me, I always say my body is my book and my tattoos are the stories.
The thing is, when you get a tattoo, before you get a tattoo, you should already know the stigma. So if you get a tattoo and then turn around and say I'm being discriminated against, that's like, do you know what I mean? That's like a barrier you created for yourself.
maybe in the workplaces, but really and truly, I think the workplaces don't really make no sense. It shouldn't really about what a person has. It's about them actually doing the job to actually make the money for the company. So you might say to yourself, no, I'm not employing that person because he's got a tattoo, and then you employ somebody who hasn't got a tattoo, and the person who had the tattoo might have been a better person to do the job.
I think what people want, people get. And there's always going to be people that won't like stuff, but just don't let it bring you down.
We found that most young people we spoke to had a very open mind about tattooing and the kind of images they can portray, most of them aspiring to get some sort of ink themselves. We also found some adults to be fairly like-minded too, which makes me wonder how we have come so far in the last decade or so. Nowadays, 1 in 5 Britons now has a tattoo. A decade ago, there were 300 tattoo parlours across Britain. Now there's an estimated 1,500, including a parlour in Selfridges. Once upon a time, tattooing was considered something only the middle class did. Even Samantha Cameron has something printed on her heel. So where did the overlap in interest come from between convicts and the royal family? Perhaps it's simply the fact that tattoos are undeniably cool, and deep down we all know it.